Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press morning podcast for February 12, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, in South Asia, Bangladesh is preparing for its election, and the international community is watching closely. The country has a history of tumultuous politics, and the current campaign season has been marked by tensions between rival parties. Meanwhile, Sri Lanka has introduced digital nomad visas to attract remote workers and boost its economy. In the United States, the House of Representatives has approved the Save America Act, a bill aimed at overhauling the nation's electoral system. The legislation seeks to implement measures to strengthen election security and prevent voter fraud, but Democrats have expressed concerns that it could lead to voter suppression and disenfranchisement. Lastly, in Iran, protests sparked by economic distress and demands for freedom and human rights continue to simmer. The Iranian government has faced criticism for its brutal crackdown on protesters, resulting in hundreds of deaths and thousands of arrests. President Masoud Pezeshkian has apologized for the government's shortcomings and promised to listen to the people's voices, but it remains to be seen whether these words will translate into concrete action. These stories and more will be discussed in depth throughout the day on AI Daily Press. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then she'll know what's right now. I'm Barbara. We're starting your day with a brief rundown of the top stories from around the world. First, in international news, Ukraine is bracing for potential escalation as tensions rise between Russia and the West. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments and providing updates as more information becomes available. Next, turning to the Middle East, we explored the complex dynamics at play in the region, including the U.S.-Israel relationship, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and the ongoing challenges posed by Iran. Our expert analysis shed light on the intricacies of these issues and their implications for regional stability. Closer to home, a surprising incident unfolded in El Paso, Texas, where airspace was briefly closed due to a drone-related test gone awry. The FAA and Pentagon found themselves at odds over safety concerns, highlighting the need for improved communication and coordination between government agencies as drone activity becomes increasingly prevalent. These are just a few of the stories we're following. For more in-depth analysis and updates, tune in to our evening broadcast or visit our website. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskwiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We have an exciting lineup of news to discuss today, so let's dive right in. First off, we have some positive news from the Canadian mining sector. Surge Copper Corp has announced a significant financing deal, which demonstrates investor confidence in the company's growth potential. This is a welcome boost for the sector, which has been facing challenges in recent years. Moving on to global markets, the Nikkei index in Tokyo saw a sharp increase yesterday, driven by hopes of economic stimulus measures. This upswing could have a ripple effect on other Asian markets, and investors are closely watching these developments. And finally, here in the U.S., we've seen a surprising surge in job growth, with 31,000 jobs added in January. While this is certainly good news for President Trump, experts caution that underlying trends in the labor market remain complex and multifaceted. The impact of immigration and trade policies on job growth is still a topic of debate. As we like to say, the markets are always on the move, so now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, China has made significant strides in its space program with the successful launch of its Tianwen-1 mission, which includes an orbiter, a lander, and a rover. This milestone marks a major achievement for China's space exploration efforts. Secondly, Elon Musk recently shared his ambitious vision for humanity's future in space, including plans to harness a millionth of the sun's energy, launch orbital data centers with SpaceX, and establish factories on the moon to produce AI satellites. While the challenges are monumental, this vision offers a glimpse into a future where humanity is a cosmic species. Lastly, Rocket Lab, a leading player in the private space industry, has been making headlines with its development of the neutron rocket. Despite recent reports of engine test anomalies, including at least 2 failed Archimedes engine tests, the company's CEO, Pete Beck, has downplayed concerns, stating that these tests are a normal part of developing a successful rocket. These stories showcase the rapid advancements and innovations in space technology, from China's successful missions to Elon Musk's ambitious plans and Rocket Lab's commitment to pushing the boundaries of what's possible. As we continue to explore the frontiers of space, it's essential to recognize that setbacks and challenges are an inherent part of the journey. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. Firstly, the NFL free agency period has seen several significant moves, with Jimmy Garoppolo joining the Las Vegas Raiders and Miles Sanders reportedly close to signing with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, in MLS, Lionel Messi has picked up a hamstring injury ahead of Inter Miami's season opener, leaving his availability for the first game uncertain. However, the main focus today is on the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl victory celebration. Quarterback Sam Darnold expressed his gratitude to the team and fans during the parade, marking a remarkable turnaround in his career after being deemed expendable by the Minnesota Vikings. The Seahawks' success can be attributed to their strong defense, dominant running game, and Darnold's clutch performances. With a solid core intact, including Darnold, the team is poised for another deep playoff run next season. These stories and more will be discussed in detail on our website and future podcasts. For now, it's a great time to be a Seahawks fan, and we'll be keeping a close eye on Messi's recovery as the MLS season gets underway. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm Joan, and I've got the scoop on all the latest news. First up, we're still reeling from the shocking loss of James Van Der Beek. No, wait, it's James Van Der Beek who played a character named James, but actually, it was James Van Der Beek's friend, James. No, sorry folks. I mean, we're mourning the passing of beloved actor James Van Der Beek. Our thoughts are with his family and friends. Now, on to some juicy media drama. The Warner Brothers Discovery and Netflix deal is getting more complicated by the minute. Paramount's trying to sweeten the pot with extra cash and breakup fees. But will it be enough to sway Warner Brothers shareholders? Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we reported on a fascinating study that revealed the impact of climate change on ancient forests. The devastating wildfires in Chile and Argentina have highlighted the crucial role these ecosystems play in regulating the planet's climate. We must prioritize their protection to mitigate the effects of global warming. In another story, scientists made a groundbreaking discovery in particle physics, resolving a long-standing discrepancy in measurements of the proton's radius. This breakthrough allows researchers to test a core theory of physics with extreme precision and brings us closer to refining our understanding of the universe. Lastly, we explored the fascinating world of marine ecosystems, where research is showing that coral reefs are facing unprecedented threats due to climate change. Rising ocean temperatures and acidification are causing widespread damage to these vital ecosystems, which support a quarter of all marine life. These stories highlight the critical importance of scientific inquiry and environmental conservation in addressing the pressing challenges of our time. Tune in to our full episodes for more in-depth coverage and expert analysis. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David at Nature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.